Once again, it's a few weeks later. We've arrived for our second aquarium service on the 460-gallon cylinder tank. As you can see, we're now starting to grow some algae, of which, by the way, that activated carbon certainly cleared the water. The magnets, which is what we're going to use to clean the aquarium, will require an additional cleaning pad between the inside magnet and the interior of the cylinder itself. I want to take care and make sure that there are no scratches in this tank. As I've mentioned before, and if you'll notice now, I've started at the top and I worked my way down to the bottom, avoiding the last few inches, because chances are that's where I'm going to pick up that granular gravel. And I don't need Zorro in the side of this brand new beautiful aquarium. Now that we've finished using the aquarium cleaning magnets, we're going to use the cleaning pad on a stick to get in some of those hard to reach areas, such as the inside rim at the top of the tank. Now that I've cleaned the algae from the inside of the cylinder tank, we're going to direct our attention now to the coral sculpture itself. This will end up being quite the challenge because A, I've never worked on a sculpture like this before, and B, the sculpture itself is really quite porous. What we're going to end up using is a series of different brushes and basically trying to rub off or brush the algae off the sculpture. What this ultimately means is that you're rubbing away the debris on the surface of the sculpture, but deep down inside the crevices, you're not really able to reach. We're going to end up exploring that option down the road. And here's the next big challenge of the cylinder tank. It's simple depth. It's a deep tank. I'll have to use a long-handled pad on a stick to reach the lower corals. And along with that depth challenge is the reality of getting those long-handled pads on a stick into the tank, because we've only got 18 inches of clearance at the top of the tank. So all of the long handles that go into the tank have to go in sections, and sections long enough that allow me to be able to hold one piece in the tank, bring the next one in, couple it or connect it, and then extend down so I can put the next link into the handle. So we've got our first real good taste as to what the size of the job is going to be like servicing this 460-gallon cylinder tank. In addition to cleaning the tank, we've done a water quality test and determined that the ammonias and nitrites, which comprise what's referred to as the cycle, have dropped down to zero. And so the tank is now ready to begin to accept the next batch of fish. We've also checked the pH as well as the salinity and found the pH at a steady 8.1, and the salinity varies between 1019 and 1022 depending upon the amount of evaporation. It's also important to note that we're using a particular cleaner or polish specific for acrylic. We would never want to use any ammonia-based cleaners, as it would have a negative effect on the acrylic material itself. And along with a particular acrylic cleaner and polish, we want to make sure that the pad that we're using is a soft cloth, not a paper towel. That could also scratch the aquarium. On another note, we have not heard back yet from the tank manufacturer in regards to the clarity of the tank and how it will be resolved. So we're holding off adding any new fishes